Hello there, sister. Tried to go live a little bit ago, and it worked for, I know, not very long before I lost signal. So I decided to try it again. Doing good. Doing good. Just holding it between the lines. Does look like we might get into some storms again today. Yeah, that's all we got that we can do, right? Is just keep trying. We are now in Missouri. I love that sunrise this morning as I was getting ready to start my day. yeah, the show me state. We're usually not in the show me state long. Yeah, these clouds just came rolling in when I was in Arkansas, and I didn't check the weather today, but I'm sure there's going to be storms somewhere from the way it's looking. Me too. That's my favorite time of day is sunset. But I'm happy when I can catch the few sunrises I catch too when I'm headed in that direction. Yep, it is beautiful skies. So did you say earlier that you were headed somewhere today? Like, are you going on a little adventure? Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Y'all deserve it. As hard as it's work. Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty much been our thing too, is work. Good morning, Brother Desmond. I mean, we got one day off last weekend, and we went, well, he went with me while I was raw cutting. He tried to fish a little bit, and it started raining on us, so we ended up leaving. And then when we get back today, which we still got 39 miles left to go, but when we get back today, we're off until Monday morning. We got planned for tomorrow yet, because I don't even know what the weather's going to be like. I'm hoping we get to go see my youngest, or our youngest granddaughter. She's fixing to start school shortly. And I haven't seen her in a few months. I try to make the most of it. It kind of upsets him a little bit because we don't get more time off, but you gotta do what you gotta do if you want to make things happen. Right now we're headed to, we're headed to Kentucky. Yeah, we got 336 more miles to go, and then we're done with our work week until Monday morning. About these clouds coming in like this, like it went from pretty blue skies to, but it to be any different. We've been in rain every day, like it stormed on him last night while he was driving, but we've been in rain every day except for 2 days in 4 weeks. I wish it was just a fun road trip, but to y'all it's a road trip. Phew, I can't wait till one of these days I can take another road trip and actually get out and explore and well, Cassandra, stick around and I'll take you for lots of road trips. Good morning, Disaster. I got my coffee in here too. Sand exposed in this water right now, and it wasn't yesterday when we came through here. How are you doing today, Disastrous? Well, good morning, Uncle Van. Yeah, we are. We're headed back up here to Danville. We just got into Tennessee. We get this one kicked off and then we're done until Monday. Part of the when we had our house, we had to elevate the head of the bed because the hubby has GERD really bad. So we had to do the same thing to the head of our bed. In which he still has to sleep elevated, but in the big truck he just uses a lot of pillows. Bumblebee transforms hello there. Again. Sorry I lost signal earlier when I was talking to y'all. That's why I had to come back. Sorry about the noise. I'm having to put air in my seat to make it more comfy. Yeah, I do too. There's no way that well, hello there. Showing love is the way. Good morning. And if y'all was here for my earlier stream and I missed you, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to. Well, hello there, Greg. Yeah. When I first started coming on YouTube, I didn't want people to know my name, like my real name. So I didn't tell anybody there for the longest time. And then as I became friends with people and stuff, I did tell them what my name was. So now it's gotten around and everybody knows my name. But I don't have a problem with it. I've got a cousin and an aunt that comes in here and hangs out with us a lot on my live streams, so hello there, Texas Nana, if I missed you. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Yes, Dale. Everybody Disastrous's name is Dale, which I've known that for a while. I just didn't know if he wanted everybody to know that. Right now we're in Tennessee and we're headed back to Danville, Kentucky. We get this load off and we're off until Monday, in which I'm going to find out if it's Monday morning or Monday evening. Put 61 hours and 15 minutes in since Sunday. Well, nice to meet you, Donna. I may have an issue remembering some people's names, but I try to remember it. I mean, after a week or so, it kicks in. But I'm really bad with names. But I'll do my best to remember that. Texas Nana is Donna. Yeah, I went on stream a long time ago, and when I went in there, he asked me what my name was, and I told him. And now every time the ones that I've told, every time I see them in a chat somewhere, they always say my name, so I'm good with it. Well, thank you. I appreciate you supporting. Yeah, it is a lot of driving. Shoot, I can't even imagine how many miles I put in. In the last 24 years. I got 8 hours and 39 minutes left. And I've got 322 miles to get there. Yeah, I used to come to his channel a lot when he was doing live streams and stuff. But when we went on vacation and stuff, when I came back, I wasn't getting notifications. And like yesterday, I had to go in and search. Like, it depends on which time zone I'm in, but I have to go in and search for the people to see if they're live before, I can join them, because I don't get the notifications. Yes, yeah, this week we went from Danville, Kentucky to Afton, Tennessee to Osceola, Arkansas, back to Danville, Kentucky. Wait a minute. No, take it back. I fibbed. We went from Danville, Kentucky to Afton, Tennessee to Osceola, Arkansas to Henderson, Tennessee, and then to Lexington, Tennessee, back to Winsburg, Kentucky, then up to Danville, Kentucky, and then out to Riverside, California. And then from Riverside, we came back to Danville, went back to Afton yesterday, back to Osceola, and now we're back to Danville. I've heard if you follow too many pages, YouTube doesn't send notifications to all of them. And see, that's what I was thinking too, Donna, is I think I've got too many turned on. And but I like, there's a lot of channels I like, so. But yeah, I've heard that too. I've thought about going in there and cutting down on turning the bells off on some of them, and then I can just go back in and watch replays of theirs, or watch their videos and stuff later. Really? Yeah, we had to be out there Wednesday, and we do a drop and hook out there. Well, we drop and they reload us, and then we hook up and leave. But normally that's our run. We go from Danville out to Riverside, California and back. Today would have been my Foxy's 12th birthday. Oh, well, see, then that's what the issue is. We've got too many bells on. I'm sorry, Disastrous. I'll be praying for you today. Oh, the 14th. Yeah, my doggy, I don't know what he got into or what was going on with him earlier, but as soon as we let him out of the truck there in Osceola, he was trying to eat grass. Yeah, I'm sorry, disastrous. I've done decided when something happens to my hatchet, I'm not getting another one. He's been the best dog that I've ever owned in my life, which I did work with him a whole lot when he was a puppy. Sometimes don't think they know because here about 3 or 4 months back, Hatchet just started getting sick for no reason, and you could tell he wasn't feeling good at all. Well, for like 3 days we couldn't get him to eat nothing. Like, I tried everything and he didn't want anything, and his stomach was upset. We took him into the vet, and they told us that he had gotten a case of food poison, that he should be okay in a couple of days, and if not, bring him back. So I don't think they really knew what was going on with him then either, because he hadn't ate nothing but the dog food and some actual meat that we had cooked and gave him. Yeah, so sorry to hear that, Dale. Yeah, and I don't think you can prepare, even if you know that they're sick or getting sick or getting older, you still can't prepare for losing them. And see, Hatchet does everything with us. Like, he goes everywhere we go. He's with us 24/7. Yes, they have. I think they charged us like $230-something. And then that time, and then we had to take him back because he got ear infections in both ears, and they said it was bacterial and viral. So they put this squeeze syringe in his ears, which did fill it up. Like, he got better like overnight with it, but still that was almost $300. you know, the ramps that you put there at the edge of the vehicle door so they can just walk up it. I already have 2 of those. So if something happens, the hatchet can't jump up in the truck anymore, then I'm just going to carry one of those ramps around so he can walk up in here. Poo pants, if you want to come in here and be kind and respectful to everybody, we'll let you stay, because this channel, we show love and kindness to one another. I've never seen you in here before, but just saying, if you want to stay, that's how it is. See you later, Greg. Have a good day. Somebody come in. I don't know what the... I just read that message whenever it popped up there, and it was a new person that had never been in here. They were trying to troll, but they weren't doing a very good job of it. Yeah, you have yourself a good day, Brother Greg. Yeah, I'm doing vertical right now instead of horizontal because YouTube sent me the memo that they would push my streams out farther into a bigger audience if I went vertical. So that's where we're at right now. Are you feeling better today, Uncle Van? Uncle Van, I got to thinking about something when I seen that message that you had a migraine. Remember the other night you got that sharp spike headache all of a sudden during your live stream? That might have been a sign right then that you should have went ahead and closed your stream down that night. And then I got to thinking about you having the migraine yesterday. I mean, that might have been a sign that you shouldn't be on there last night. But I hope your headache's gone and you feel better. It's because of the data. If you go horizontal, it uses more data when people watch it than if you go vertical. It's what I've heard. So. I ain't gonna lie, I am ready for a day off. Not gonna lie. Been overdoing it a little bit, Uncle Van. You probably needed to take a little break. You know, I was thinking that too, and I wish if that was the case, all my followers over there on TikTok, I wish they would come over here because I got like 8,800 and something followers over there. Posted that much over on that platform, and over, I mean, in about the last year, hardly put anything over there. Everybody still stayed. I think they probably are. I mean, honestly, I think that's what's going on. And probably the Book of Faces also. They may be trying to compete with. Well, hello there, Stephen. Welcome in. How is your day going? People from that social media platform came over here to this one, I would have over 8,800 subscribers over here, because I haven't hardly posted anything over there on that platform in over a year, and they still stayed. All 8,800 and something are still there following me. How's your day going today? Was you camping or at home sleeping in? Well, I guess where you're at, you didn't really sleep in. It's still pretty early there. I have missed your live streams. I've missed hanging out with you, talking to you in your live streams. I know that you're, you're doing your family thing and stuff, but I just want you to know I miss hanging out with you. Friday nights just ain't the same no more. But are y'all getting any storms up there? Yeah, I looked through your stuff last night and I was like, how did I miss this one? So I had to watch the video, because I don't know how I missed that one, but I had one that I had missed, the one before last. It's 78 degrees down here right now, but it looked like it was going to storm back there in Arkansas when I first got into Missouri, but it doesn't look as bad up here right now. But yeah, this weather has been completely crazy. I think we've only had 2 days in 4 weeks that we haven't been in storms and rain and wind. Funny, you have to go look up the forecast today. The last 15 years I just heard it at work every morning. Yeah, usually the first thing I do when I wake up is I usually go on and YouTube and see if Max Velocity or Ron Hall has put a video up, and if they have, I'll listen to both of them before I start my day to see what the weather's supposed to be like. But if they haven't, then I just wing it. Whatever happens, happens. Happens when I get close to Union City and I lose signal, then I will start another stream right after that and come back. I'm not sure how good the signal's going to be up in that area. I don't know what's up with the Wi-Fi here the last few days. It's been wanting to cut out on me in certain areas. Yeah, I remember you telling me that you worked for the National Weather Service. I bet that was a pretty cool job. It probably is aliens. It probably is. Yeah, it's always fun when you get to travel for work and they get to, I'm sure they paid for everything while you traveled, didn't they, Dale? I don't think whenever I wasn't, was driving solo in the truck that I didn't think about taking the little tent with me and popping it up out in the middle of nowhere, a little bit away from the truck, camping out. But then when the hubby got in here with me, he won't let me do that. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I like being able to travel on somebody else's dime and still be able to get out and do things when you're traveling. I don't know what the heck's happened the last few months. In wintertime, though, things will slow back down again, and we'll get to go out and do more, but most of the time it's way too cold for the hubby to go out and camp. I have a diesel heater. I actually got 2 of them I've not even used yet. You were the regional system specialist, but in the private sector, you would have been called the project manager. Ah, well, that's cool. I would call that a boss. But that's just me. There, Brother Des. Yeah, we love you too. All right, Uncle Van. Basically took care of all the NOAA weather radio transmitters. You had 375 broadcast transmitters across 14 states. I had no one working for me except contractor. Well, see, I would still set the boss. Or did it come back? why it does it. It's like just in certain areas it'll buffer for a few seconds and come back. Now, when I went through the tunnel the other day, it didn't come back. It just completely shut off. Yeah, and see, I have the device I'm using for the stream. It has mobile service, and then it also has the a different service's Wi-Fi hooked to it. So you would think that that wouldn't happen, but it does. They'd only put it 2 inches closer, it would have been working fine, right? It wouldn't do that. I don't know how they set them up. All I know is sometimes they're crappy. Good morning, Colleen. Hope you're doing good this morning. Oh, so you know a lot about that too. Okay. Yeah, see, I know nothing about this technological stuff. Yeah. I wouldn't be awake this early if I didn't have to be, because I don't know what it is here the last 3 or 4 weeks. When we get a day off, I want to sleep in. Like one day I slept in till like 11:30, and to me that's sleeping in. I'd say it would be a long conversation. But, I mean, you know, we have all day there, Disastrous, if you really want to put it out there. No, we're actually on the East Coast. We're in Tennessee right now, headed on up to Kentucky, and then once we get this load off, we are off until Monday sometime. Not sure if it's Monday morning or Monday evening. I just know we're off till Monday. She said, be ready to row Monday. Oh yeah, I remember that you, Colleen, you're out in California, aren't you? Or am I thinking of another one? I know John is in California. Oregon, yes, that's right. I try to remember, but sometimes I forget because there's 2 Colleens that I know, you and another one. Well, it starts with the map that has a bunch of circles that are search areas. We went and looked to see if an existing tower was available. Did I miss something? I don't think I missed anything. Y'all are holding down the fort for me. We are in Union City, Tennessee right now. We are fixing to go by their, I think their space center, or it looks to me like it would be a space center. If the tower was available, we took down the info and forwarded it to engineering, and they submitted the ones they preferred to real property for a lease. Huh. Well, that's cool. Yes. I done told him I missed him so much hanging out with him on his live streams, having his bonfires, and just chit-chatting with everybody. Tell you what, if there wasn't a burn ban in effect, I'd find me a place and have me a bonfire tonight. Well, I ain't gonna do that though, because I don't know what he wants to do. I don't know what his plans are, but my plans are to go see my baby granddaughter. And as in baby, I mean no, we understand, Stephen. We really do, because trust me, our work has been crazy too the last couple of weeks. We're back to getting one day off again, a weekend, so we just want you to know that we miss you. We know that you got to work and take care of your family and everything like that. We took notes about cattle and farm fields to send to them, and real property would reach out to the landowner about a new tower site at those locations. Yes, and we love you. Yes. That's exactly right. Yeah, we watched you grow from a small content creator into a big YouTuber. With that storm video you put out there that not saying I can't believe that you got that many numbers, because I can believe it. That was a really good video. I'm just not doing something right, because my storm video that I put out there when I was chasing the storm, I don't think it's got that many views on it. But I also nobody in harm's way. You were like right in the midst of it. I was just chasing it. Let's see. When you see a cell tower on the side of the road, it was about 100,000 per site when I was doing it. Probably twice that today. Well, I know where a piece of property is that they can put a cell tower for that much. And then they can own the property afterwards. And that area needs a cell tower in it. Well, I say that, but here a couple months back, somebody come in from up there and stole all the copper from the tower that was near the area, and it cut the cell phone service out for over a month while they was trying to repair it. If they wanted to put a cell phone tower up on my dad's own property that they're selling, I'm sure nobody would have an issue for them putting one up for $200,000. For that much, I could get out of the truck. Have knee surgery and not even have to worry about nothing for a while. Yeah. Ooh, that's a lot of money. I don't own no property in a city. This is back in the country, but in the backwoods of Kentucky, but close to Tennessee. But I'm sure we could come up with some kind of an arrangement there if you want to send somebody my way there disastrous. I mean, there is a cemetery on the property that half acre has to stay family property, but the rest of it, you know, they could do what they wanted to with it for that much. I mean, I'm sure a little under 10 acres they could figure out a spot to put it. Well, what it is it was my dad's property, and they were putting it up for sale. I mean, if I knew they'd put a cell phone tower on it, I'd go ahead and buy the property and then let them put the tower on it, and I'd make my money back that I bought it for, and they'd be happy too. Good morning, Joe Mama. Thank you for joining us. Oh, what happened? I think my Isaac didn't. Oh, no. I think my update or something. Because it just went off and came back on. We can't be having no issues with that. See, but that works out great because nobody lives down there. There's just a cemetery on the other half acre, but I do keep the property maintained right now, so I could keep it maintained. I could pay that. I mean, it would work out great. I mean, I would absolutely, if you can send somebody or send me in their direction, I could absolutely make that work. Yeah, and they don't even have to clean. I mean, all they'd have to clean is a little bit of shrubbery off to put it up, because me and my dad cleared about 8 acres of it off. And now it's just got, little shrubs and stuff growing back where I've not bush hogged it in 4 years, but there was a lot of blackberry bushes out there. Yes, exactly. Exactly, disastrous. It happens. I mean, it was good thoughts, though. You made me excited for a minute, so I mean, it's all right. Person might be able to contact them themselves and ask them about it. I don't know. Yeah, it's no big deal. I got excited for a minute though, hearing about that. You make a person dream big dreams there, disastrous. But that's not a bad thing, so. Well, I was born and partially raised in Kentucky, but then I've lived in Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama, and then back to Kentucky. So I guess you could say that cool accent come from the South. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I mean, I may have to talk to the hubby about it then and see what we can do about going ahead and buying that and contacting them then. I'm stopping here, y'all, because I'll let the puppy go out for a walk here. I can let him out here to run around for a little bit while he potties because it's going to be a while before I'll stop again. This is his designated potty break area, and I'll catch up on chat while he's out running around. Yeah, there's certain spots I can let him out in, and he can go out running around on his own, and he doesn't run off. So let's see here. Spray, take dog for a walk. There we go. There you go, buddy. Just don't run off, okay? There you go. Going. All right, let's see what I missed. I liked it a lot. Okay, thank you, Joe Mama. It's okay. Disasters, I wouldn't be in no big hurry. Yeah, he's outside pottying right now. Why these people running through here like the scale's open? It was closed. I just come in here to let the dog go potty. Well, they definitely need a cell tower in this area, because, or in that area there that I was talking about, because the signal sucks there. Like usually when I'm down there at the cemetery, you can't even get phone service. You have to go on out and up the road about a mile to the top of the hill before you can get service. Okay, y'all, just to show YouTube, I'm a real person. Hello, everybody. Hatchet's out running around doing his business. And I thought I'd say hi before I flipped y'all back around. There. Right. Well, I know everybody was complaining down there when they didn't have service for that 3 or 4 weeks. Like the cell phone companies had to... Are you done? Come on. Come on. Hey. Come on, buddy. But they had to reimburse the customers or refund them for the time they didn't have service. Yeah, I'm just now figuring out how to flip the camera around. And then flip it back around without having to cut the whole stream off. Yeah, and Dale, that's funny you say that, because I know there's... Well, hello, buddy. Are you back? He's back. He's done. See, he can just go out and do his business and come back. In this area, because it's fenced. There's a fence, so he can't get on the road or anything. Oh, are you yawning? Are you tired, buddy? Are you tired? But my phone is only a $20 phone, and it's a Samsung, or no, it's a Moto G Stylist, is what it is. Or, y'all, I am fibbing. The old phone that I blew up was a Moto G Stylus. This one is just a Moto G, and it costs $20. Oh yeah, there's no pine trees down there on that property or in that area. It's all like oaks, and they're the big tall trees that they'd cut down to make like 2x4s and 5x5s and stuff like that with. All right, y'all. I just got a drink. He went out to potty. And now we're going to get on down the road. Make sure I've got this headset off. Because I don't think it connects to the phone. Oh, I did have it off. I'm turning it back on. So, alrighty. I'll get my coffee ready here so I'm able to drink it going down the road. Buddy, you ready to go? Huh? You gonna lay up here on the floor instead of getting in bed with Daddy? you had a friend that used to put up those towers. You thought he was nuts. I don't think I could do it. I'm not gonna lie. I think the height thing would get me. I mean, which they may. Did they erect those things with cranes? All right, disastrous. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, Joe Mama, did he ever, your friend that used to do that, did you ever see him do it? Oh, okay, they do use cranes. Yeah, see, that's what we were talking about earlier. Like, the device I'm using right now is through one cellular carrier, but then I also have Wi-Fi in here. And all right, bud, thank you. And be careful out there mowing the lawn. Don't get too hot and stay hydrated. Adventure Sparks, how are you doing today? Yeah, see, I think the height thing would bother me on that. I think I could do it if it wasn't for the heights. Used to, heights didn't bother me. But now that I'm older, I can stand in the back of one of these trailers and look down and get a little on the scared side. Yeah, this is our last load for the week, and then we get off until Monday, so. See if we can't clean a little of this window off. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can only imagine, like, the person would, like, they would sit the bottom pieces up, and then with the crane, and then a person or two, I don't know for sure, but would have to climb up that section and be ready for the crane to lower the next section down to where they could bolt it together. Is the way I picture it in my mind, that they would have to do that. So, Mike, are you liking your new job? I mean, I know it's hard on you being away from home and stuff, but is it actually, do you actually like it? Disastrous may have stepped out to do housework or house chores right now, Mike. Yeah, I figured that's what you was gonna say. Yeah, I've seen them go way, way up there. I just, oh, okay, let's see here. Disastrous ain't left us yet. Cranes are not usually tall enough for the guided towers beyond 180 feet. After that, they use what is called GenPo to stack the rest of the tower. Oh, okay. Yeah, I completely understand that, Mike. That's kind of the way I'm getting with the job now, is where I've did it for so long, you know, and I know that's what's killing my knees and my joints and stuff, but that's kind of what my plan is too. Yeah, construction is super hard on the body. And the older you get, the more your body breaks down anyway. And then having to do construction on top of it don't help none. Yeah, see, I couldn't do it. So I know it takes a lot of people to do a lot of different jobs to make the world go around. And I commend people like that, because there's no way I could do it. I watched a guy, you know, the towers that they have that has the light top of it that flashes to keep like the planes and aircrafts and stuff from hitting mountains. I watched a guy on a video climb one of those to go to the top to change that light bulb out. And I mean, he got paid big bucks to climb up there and do that. But the reason he got paid the big bucks is because, you know, of health concerns on the way up. Yeah, they, with all the wind and the way the towers rock back and forth, they don't expect them to, it's safety concerns, so they pay them big bucks to climb up there and change the light bulb. There is no way, Mike, I could do that. No way at all. I mean, I can't even, I can barely get out of this truck right now, and there's only 2 steps on it. Walk into the truck stop to do what I got to do and come back out because my leg feels like it's going to come apart right now at the knee. So there is, I can only imagine what 200 steps. I would never make it. I would not make it at all. I mean, there is a, let's look at the bright side though, Mike. Let's look at the bright side of it, right? I would give you 2 weeks of doing that, and you're not going to be, you're probably going to drop about 60 pounds in 2 weeks. Having to run up and down stairs and that heat, carrying that stuff. Yes, and see, that's the thing though. That's what happens is they get the older people in there working because they know they actually work and do jobs, and the younger ones are just that are more able-bodied just sit around and watch. I've noticed that in every job. Instead of the younger generation stepping up and saying, here, let me help you out because you've been doing this all these years, you know, let me help you out. They just want to sit back and watch an older person do it. Sorry, I'm ranting a little bit, but it... Did I miss something? Was there a deer? Yeah, sometimes I think that, and this is just my opinion, sometimes I think that people know that us older ones actually work and do our jobs and do it the right way, and they're just trying to, you know, run us into the ground where we can't work no more, and everybody else just stands around watching. They don't want to learn from you, they don't want to do the job, but they want to get the money for being there. But yeah, I've done this 24 years, and I mean, I love the job, don't get me wrong, I love it, but after I'm done driving, I have to stand up, and usually it takes me about a minute or two to get my body to work, to where I can actually stand up and move around without actually hurting. But now the knee, it's been hurting for months, and I've just dealt with it and went on. It is what it is for the moment. I'll be saying a prayer for you though, Mike. Yeah, that's exactly right. And they act like they should get paid more just for showing up. And you know, really don't want to get on a rant today, but let me tell y'all something that most people don't know. Okay, I'm a woman. Well, y'all knew that. But the thing I was going to say was, when I came to work here, I started out at a certain wage, and every 3 months I would get a half a penny raise. Well, when the hubby started over here, because he went to their school and got his license through them, he was making more money than I started out making. Now tell me how that was fair. And I had been here a year longer than he was. To me, that did not make, I mean, that just wasn't right either, but I know a lot of y'all know this, but some of y'all may not. There is still discrimination going on between the men and women that's out here in the workforce. Sometimes you don't say nothing about it. You just keep on going because, you know, it's a job and you've got a goal set, and to reach that goal, you got to do what it takes. It's getting cooler out here. It started out at like 80 and 81 this morning, and now we're at 76. only 77 out too. So so magic fabric magician. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're having a good morning. Yeah, I mean, it feels extremely good out there. And just here, it don't look like it's going to stay dry today. It looks like it's going to be wet. Rain headed our way, warm and humid. Huh. Well, yeah, we were in storms again last night and coming across Tennessee. I'm not going to complain by no means of it being 76 because I wish it would stay like in the 70s all year round. But that's just my own personal preference. You're still here working on my stuff and loving it. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, when we were off that one day and went to the creek so I could do rock hunting, it was like 94, 95 degrees, but as soon as I stepped out of the vehicle and the sun was shining through my clothing, it felt like it was burning me. It was so hot. Must be getting ready to start some construction. Oh, your AC isn't working? Disastrous? Oh, well, that's not good. Yeah, so magic, it does buffer every now and then. I have it actually hooked to Wi-Fi, but They have a replacement on the way. Well, that's good. I have it hooked to Wi-Fi, but it still does the buffering. On occasion. I know one thing though. I guess we're going to set the cruise for 55. So I don't get in trouble for going faster than that. In the 80s. I don't know if you go to the beach or not, just saying. Sammy Hager, 55. What now? Oh, it wasn't you. It was YouTube. I had your video and some stranger chat and handle at the top appeared. Had to go out and come back. Well, that's odd. Yeah, I've actually went live twice today already, because the first time, I'm not sure how long, I may have only been on there like 20 minutes if that, but the signal started buffering and it ended the live stream. So after that happened, I gave it a minute or two and then I started this live, which I've been on for about an hour and 48 minutes, but who's counting? I'm going to try to stay live as long as I can today, because I'm just going to be honest. Yesterday I stayed live 2.5 hours. It showed there was like 18 people, and I had like, I think it was 200 or 300 something views, and I only got like 7 hours. Unless it's behind on that too. And if it is, then I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I just know I've been getting like 7 hours a day watch time, and that's it. And there's been more people than that watching my playlist. So I'm slowly creeping up there. But it's taken me a little longer than what I thought it would. You used to live in the Virgin Islands? Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you're here too. Yeah, that's usually the way it is. It showed, I don't know, for this last whole week, like, it took 12 hours from me one day, and then the next day it gave me those 12 hours back, and then the next day I gained 7 hours. And then the day after that, I didn't gain any, and I went live both days. And then the following day, I got 7 more hours. So I don't know what's going on. All I know is it's just taking longer than what I expected it to. But we're here, and we're going live, and we're going to keep going live every day until hopefully it puts it over that little peak that I need. Well, they made some new updates, I think, here recently, because I got some kind of thing that this guy was talking about, the new things that YouTube had added, where you could, have 10 screens, 10 collabs at once. You can also go in and do series of videos and stuff, like turn your playlist into series and stuff like that. So well, thank you. I appreciate it. And you've commented on everything you've watched, so I don't know why they wouldn't count that as a watch hour. You know what I'm saying? When you watch it. I mean, you're doing everything the right way. Some people just turn the playlist on and let it run and don't ever say anything, and which is fine. It's supposed to count. And it was counting there for a while, but then all of a sudden the numbers just dropped off. I don't know what happened with it. And there's still people watching. Yeah, number 1 was my longest playlist. I think I had like 60 something hours in that playlist. It was mostly live streams that I did, that I put together to try to help with the watch hours. You start it and walk away. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's what I usually do too. Like, I run playlists constantly, and if, like, I'll comment on the first one when I start it, but then if a lot of times I'll fall asleep, and then when I wake up or something, I'll leave another comment on another one. I mean, just here and there, I catch them. But it's okay. We'll all get there someday. We'll reach that goal someday that we have, if we have one set for ourselves. Oh, but yours is timing out now? Oh, yeah. See, I think that's another thing. Like, they know that a person's not going to sit there and just watch the same content creator for 8 hours straight. So I think they've been timing people out just to see if they're actually there and watching, because you're not supposed to. I mean, it's like not something they want people to do. They want to make sure people really like your content and are really watching it before they start pushing you out, is what I'm getting out of it. But yeah, it's done that to me too on my tablet. Like, or on my laptop, I'd be playing it and it'll time out and say, "Are you still there?" sometimes I've started watching playlists too, and fall asleep, and then wake up 5 hours later, and the same 30-minute video that I was watching when I fell asleep has played over and over and over again, and had not, went any further than that. I bet one 30-minute video played for about 7 hours one night before I woke up and realized that it hadn't, moved. Woke up to some strange stuff in the earlier days. I could see that. Yeah, it's kind of funny, like until I actually started my YouTube channel, I never really did get on YouTube that much. I used to not watch anything, like I didn't watch TV, I didn't watch stuff on the phone, I just never got on anything. Yeah, see, somebody else was saying that yesterday in one of the live streams I was in, that if they put a members only video in their playlist, then the person that's running the playlist can't continue on. Like if they walk away, it won't continue on. It'll just stop right there at that video. And which I found that out the hard way, because I was running somebody's and they had a members only video right in the middle of their playlist, and about 3 videos down, and it stopped, and I had to go around it to get it to continue playing so I could watch their stuff. About all the vibration noise. Have to get that free massage today. 233 miles to go, y'all, and I got it whipped. It just seems like it's going to take forever to get there. Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah, they're always doing something on this road, right? When you think they're done with it, they start some other project. And they call that job security. But 2 weeks ago, we were actually up there. We had to go to Imlay City, Michigan, from Lexington, Tennessee. Actually, we were up there on the 4th of July, too, because I was going up that way when I was in that big bad storm in Indiana on 69 and got to see everybody letting fireworks off everywhere as it was raining when I was driving up through there to go to Michigan. Thanks for joining us. Have a good day. across the hammer lane over there. Just taking its sweet little time. About this sky. I don't think it can make its mind up. Out there and back. Believe it or not, disastrous, I've been thinking the same thing about from the front of this truck to the back of this trailer. I think it's old age kicking in on us. Well, just take your time. Stop up here and get fuel, but I don't think I do. I've still got 3/4 of the tank right now. so disastrous. Question. Should I take the scenic route and go across the dam? Or should I just continue straight? Take the scenic route. I like going that way. It actually is the same amount of miles. Well, hello there, Em. How are you doing today? Hello there, buddy. Did you come to join me? Yawn, big yawns. Did you come to join me? Huh? Did you come to see where we were at? Are you having a good day? I don't know who I can go to or not, you know. I'm confused. Did I miss something? I'm a little confused. Are you talking about different channels? What now? I'm confused. Why are they just like trying to That's what I'm thinking. Sounds like a troll. I had a troll come into my chat earlier and I told him straight up if he couldn't be respectful and show love to the other people in here, then would get kicked out real quick. And then I think he disappeared. I mean, y'all see that water over there? One of these days, I'm going to come up here in my personal vehicle with my kayak or a boat, if I have one at the time. I've got a kayak, and I'm going to go swimming in that water. And I'm going to go kayaking, and I'm going to do some fishing up here. Anything, or I mean, but I usually am just with the same group of people all the time. This is why I call it the scenic view. Don't deal with drama. I mean, I don't see drama. I don't have drama. I don't deal with drama, so I would put an end to that one real quick. Do Discord because, for one, I've never did it. I don't know how to do it, and I don't know if I'd have time to do it. People have invited me over or sent me a link to go to their Discord, but I've never done it. So, and when I'm driving, I'm definitely not going to be able to figure out how to do it. So. Emily, the way I look at it, unless I see something like that myself with my own eyes, then, you know, I'm not going to believe what other people say. And I also look at it like this. There's also a difference in opinion about what that is and what that ain't. was into it. I didn't let drama go on with my kids when they were growing up, and I just try to stay away from drama. I'm gonna tell you, like I told somebody on another platform yesterday, that we were talking about family, and they were talking about, raising your kids and stuff. Well, my kids was little. It was getting to where every time you spanked your child for them doing something wrong, CPS was getting called in. Not on me, but like other people that was surrounding me in the areas. And I just did some research, and I found out that it was legal to spank your child in Alabama, that they didn't have no laws against doing it. They wanted the parents to do it because they wanted the kids to grow up to be, productive adults. So I packed our stuff up and moved to Alabama. And I'm not saying this because I want y'all to think that I whip my kids a lot. Because my youngest daughter, I don't even know if the oldest one, I don't even remember spanking my oldest one. I remember putting her in her bed and telling her that she had to sit there in her bedroom for 30 minutes and couldn't play with nothing for punishment. But now the youngest one, I've spanked her 3 times her whole entire life. But I just didn't want somebody to try to tell me how I was going to be raising my kids. If I felt the urge to spank them because of something they needed spanked for, I didn't think that the state should be able to come in and tell me that I wasn't allowed to do it. Because those were the ones that I carried and I birthed, and I wanted them to be kind adults. If that makes sense. Oh, well, hello there, Cameron. We got us a flea market here. We got us some boats for sale. This person is speaking of eating a child, because I know both of it, because I was raised in the getting beat on as a child, and I chose not to do that with my kids. That is true. You could be. You could be a motivational speaker. Oh, Lordy. Well, y'all don't know certain things about me, so let me fill you in on a little story. I got married once, and the guy that I married had 3 children, one of which was autistic. And we worked with him. Like when he first came to live with us, he was in pull-ups, couldn't shower himself. He was 9-year-old. He couldn't change his own clothes. He couldn't do any of that, right? So their dad was a very abusive person. And me and my daughter and his sisters worked with the autistic one. And I'm not in the clubs no more. He could do everything he could do at his age, or for his age, and he was super, super smart. I mean, super smart. And so they wanted chickens, and they wanted their dogs, and they wanted their pigs and stuff, so their little pot bellies. So I got all that for them. Say we, it was me. And their dad was really abusive. He tried to be abusive toward them, but I wouldn't let him be. Like that was the issue. Was I love those kids. I mean, or he was gonna have to go somewhere else. He got even more abusive. Well, when we split up, I had to get an EPO against him, or DVO, whatever you want to call it. Well, for a month, I got to keep the kids in the home with me, and their mother was deceased. So the kids were in the home with me, where we're going to go, doing everything I was supposed to do as a parent. And CPS came in and took the kids away from me because I was not a blood relative. Because the father of the children did not want them in my household. He didn't want them, but he didn't want them in my household. Is it still buffering disastrous? Or are we good now? But anyway, that was a 2-year fight, me trying to get the kids back. The kids that I loved that he didn't want. And they were actually from Missouri, and they sent them back to Missouri, and then he put them in foster care in Missouri, the 2 girls, which they came and reconnected with me after they got 18. The oldest one came back and lived with me and the hubby for a while. So yeah, it was a really hard situation for me and those babies. I call them babies because they were my babies. But I mean, I would have did anything for those kids, and I still, like, all they have to do is call me now, and if I have the power to do it, I will help them in any way that I can, because those kids had been through so much already with losing their mom at such a young age, and then with him doing them the way that he had done them, you know, they deserve to have a little bit of peace in their life and a little bit of joy. Well, they would have all three stayed with me if they would have been allowed to. I mean, I still remember the day that I went to court thinking they were going to get to stay with me forever, and, you know, until they got grown and stuff. And that was my daughter's 16th birthday, and I had to go home and tell them that they had 30 minutes to get whatever they wanted packed up and help them pack their stuff up, because they were coming to take them away. And I mean, we just sit there and cried and held each other, and I tried to answer their questions the best that I could, you know, and stuff like that. But I mean, it was really rough there for like 2 years, and especially where at the time I was driving the school bus, and the kids, when they took them, were still in the county, and I wasn't allowed to talk to them, because if I did, I could get in trouble for interference with custodial interference is what they called it. And I had done nothing wrong, and the kids had done nothing wrong. It was just the father did not want them to be in my household. He thought he was going to punish me by taking them, and all it did was hurt the kids later. Well, I promised those kids' mama that when she was, you know, she had an autoimmune disease that ended up taking her out, and I got to know her before she passed, and I got to know her mom and her sisters, and I'm telling you, I love that whole family. And she promised me not to let anything, or made me promise her that I wouldn't let anything bad happen to the kids. And then me trying to help them and try, you know, it ended up turning out bad anyway for the kids. Well, my nieces and my nephew also went into foster care because of the way that their mother was, and I tried to get them and keep them, because I had been the one raising them for, you know, the first few years of their lives, and she wouldn't let me raise them either. She'd rather had them in foster care. They were in foster care for over 2.5 years. One of the girls is still in Missouri, and the other one is in Tennessee. She doesn't live that far from my daughter. It's only like an hour drive. You know, when you raise children the right way and stuff, you know, when they get older, they do still call in and check on you and stuff. Like, My oldest daughter that I birthed, she's 31. My youngest daughter that I birthed, she just turned 26. And then I have the 23 or 20, yeah, 23, 20-year-old now. She just turned 20. And 21-year-old. And they all found me, like, they found, the girls found me when they were old enough to, when they were almost 18. They're the ones that contacted me after not being around me for like 5 years. So they sure did. They did. They also send me messages on my birthday. They just randomly call and text to see how it's going, and I check on them to see if they're all right and stuff. So yeah, they have always, since like the second day they were in my house, they've called me mom. That's I just showed mine love, and gave them stability. They had never had that, I did. Emily, I did have a good Mother's Day. Yes, like the youngest one was 7 when their mom passed away. So I've been their, like I told them, I could never take her place, because she will always be their mom. But, if they ever needed me for anything, that I would step up to the plate and do it just like she would. We appreciate that, I'm sure. I know I do. Yeah, I've got 3 grandbabies. One's 5, the other one is 8, and the other one is 10, and she's fixing to be 11. And they are all 3 so smart and so mature for their age. And the youngest granddaughter calls my husband, she calls him Papa. She's always called him Papa. Oh, your granddaughter was born in Honolulu? Oh. That sounds like that would be cool. Well, yeah, that's interesting. Sounds like it would be a beautiful place to go visit. Well, disastrous. That means that your ship was only about 4 times as long as this truck and trailer is. Maybe 5. So that is a small ship. Excuse me. See, I want to go to Alaska and visit. I think the hubby wants to go to Alaska and visit too. And I did see somebody had mapped out the way to get from the United States up into Canada and wherever you had to go to get into Alaska. So I was going to look into that and see if we couldn't drive there maybe on a vacation that we had or something. Because the only thing that I do not like about anything I've seen or heard about Alaska is the bears, the grizzly bears. I don't think I would like to encounter a grizzly bear. But I think everything else over there would be cool to go. Still 158 on that size ship. Seems like a lot of people. Yeah, I've actually I watched that movie that time called Kodiak, and I think that's what scared me about the grizzly bears. But I mean, I know like we have black bears where I used to live at, where I grew up and stuff. There's a lot of black bears there. They still have a black bear issue, but most of the time you can scare them off by being loud. You know, they're not there to chew your leg off or unalive you because they want to eat you. But now grizzlies, on the other hand, are different. I'm sure their main intent is to unalive a human because they want to eat them. just seemed like that many people in such a small space, you wouldn't have your own privacy. But that's cool as long as you got, your own little area to do what you needed to do. We've got 186 miles to go. Watched Ice Road Truckers one time. I don't watch TV. Like I've never really in my life watched a lot of TV. I hardly watch movies. Only every now and then have I caught a movie or anything like that. Like I've worked. We didn't even have our first TV in our home until I was 16-year-old. And it was an old black and white TV that my dad and his girlfriend gave to us for Christmas that year because they had got them a black and white or a colored TV. And they didn't need it. It was like, I'm wanting to think it was like a 13-inch TV. It was really small, but I never did get to watch TV much. I did watch that one movie, Big Rigs, when they come out with it, and that was about the most uneducated video I have ever watched. Supposed to have been a documentary or whatever they called it. Now that one I did watch that. I actually bought that on DVD, and I'm telling you that was a waste of money. Good morning, Jim. My nephew fixed it. You were right about the tablet first. Airdrop to phone. Oh, okay. Well, good. Now you can start going live. Yeah, see, that's my thing. If you want to, you'll be live Monday night. Yeah, it's called Big Rigs, and if you watch it, it's ignorant. Like, I'm just gonna put it out there. That was the most uneducated, unrealistic part. They just had it wasn't. Some of it was true, but not really true. The way that they put it. I mean, if somebody wants a documentary on trucking, I can make a documentary on trucking and show them what it's really like. But my thing is who wants to watch me get up in the morning with my messy hair and my CPAP on, and then gotta get dressed and do all the things that you do to get ready for work, and then got to go outside and do all your inspections. I mean, a lot of people don't want to see all that stuff. Then you got to stop and get fuel. If you have a blown tire, you have to do breakdown and stuff. So, but I could make them a true documentary on what it's like driving a truck. I mean, but yeah, check it out sometime, Emily, if you can find it still. It's called Big Rigs. And it was made in, let me see, it was made in, I'm wanting to think maybe around 2007, maybe. Yeah, and back in the day, there were a lot of lot lizards out there, but it is nothing like what they make it look like on TV. Like, I would tell you how that works. There was girls that walked around the parking lot. They may be in jeans with the shirt on. They may be in a dress. They didn't look like they just come from the Vegas Strip, like they were, women of the night. Like most of the time they portray them to look like. They just look like average. I mean, you could tell a lot of them were drug addicts, just by looking at them. Some of them were just out there trying to make $1 to finish school because they were in college and they wanted to finish their tuition. And I only know this because I talked to several of them to try to, find out what they were doing and why they were doing it. I mean, they didn't know I was female. When you're parked at a truck stop at night and your curtains is closed, those girls that was out there that was walking around did not know who was in that truck. So did I get knocks on my window? I did, just like the men did. But whenever I got up and they seen I was female, most of the time they turned and went the opposite direction. But every now and then, they just wanted somebody to talk to take a break because there was a cop running around or something. They was afraid they was going to get arrested. But it's not like what people think that it is, or it wasn't like what people were perceived to make it look like. And yes, the legend of the black dog is a real thing. There's also a legend of a black car. I drove so much once in a 24-hour period that I had laid down and took a nap. It was only for like 2 hours, and I got back up and took off driving again. And when I was driving that night, it was just like, I don't know if I dozed off while I was driving or if it was just something I seen from being so tired. But while I was driving, it looked like I had ran into the back end of a black vehicle. I was out in the middle of nowhere. There was no other vehicles around, and it looked like parts of this vehicle went flying everywhere. Right? It didn't happen. There was nothing there. So, you know, that is a real thing. Yes, and that's true there, Jim. That's yeah, it was a car, Emily. Like what had happened to me was I was so tired of driving. In my mind, I had ran into the back end of a black car, and there was pieces of it that went flying everywhere. But realistically, there was nothing there. Like there was nothing at all there. But you talk about something waking you up when you was that tired, that woke me up. Like, and that made me realize that I didn't need to be driving like that anymore. Because, you know, that if they had been a car there, an actual car there, if I had fallen asleep, then I could have possibly ran into the back of the vehicle that was there. But yeah, it was just, it's the way that your mind plays tricks on you when you've been up for so long. And I give NOS energy drinks credit for that one. Because I drank one NOS energy drink, and that was the last one I had to drink. Because I don't think I slept for 2 days after that. But y'all, that was a long time ago. That was back in my younger days when I could actually run for, you know, go from the East Coast to the West Coast and back in 5 days. I mean, do that turn around by myself and stuff. I mean, that was back when I was younger. Yeah, disastrous. I mean, your mind can play tricks on you like that when you've been awake. I've also seen before it looked like a black bear run out in front of me, but there not be nothing there. Like when you pull the camera up and look, there was nothing at all there. Well, now, it is almost like that. And the mirages in the desert are actually true. Like, you can actually see water out in the sand when there ain't no water out there. Because I've had that happen several times of me looking in the distance when I was taking Hatchet for a walk, and it looked like there would be water there. And when I went out there, there was nothing but dirt and rocks. Yeah, I was in my 20s, like around 28 when that happened to me, disastrous. Yes, half awake dreams, yes. Or you get into some kind, I mean, it's like some kind of zone, like, I don't do it now, but back before I knew that I had sleep apnea, you know, people with sleep apnea, if you've never had it, you don't know that a lot of times you'll be sitting and falling asleep and you don't realize that you're falling asleep. Yeah, disastrous. I mean, that's what happened to me with that car. I mean, You know, in my mind, I seen me hit it and pieces fly everywhere, but there was nothing there at all. And I was awake afterwards for a good 5 hours. I could not make myself go to sleep. I think it is. I really do think it's our body's way of keeping us out of trouble. Have I ran into any ghost trucks and drivers? Like a truck that's driving itself, like the electric trucks, is that what you're talking about? Or like straight up real Phantom 309? I cannot say that I've ran into any ghost trucks. Or, I mean, I have passed some trucks that you could not see the driver in there driving, because they've got their seats so down so low to the floor, pushed back so far when they're driving. But as far as stuff like that, no, I've not seen anything like that. I've heard tales about truckers that go by a certain area where this lady got unalived, and she would get in the truck with them and be in the passenger seat at night. And when they got to the top of the hill, they'd look over and she would be gone. But, you know, it's just a tale, like any other kind of tale that people do. Emily, would you like to ask me if I believe in aliens or if I've seen any UFOs? Because I've seen all kinds of weird stuff, like unexplainable things out here since I've been driving the last 24 years. Not sure what they are. Still don't know what they are. But they were definitely unidentified flying objects. Phantom 309 is a true story. I'll have to watch that one then. Or you said it was a song? Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff out here that's been unexplainable. Flying around, walking around. I mean, I've heard about it, but I don't know that I know it. I may have known it a long, long time ago, but I'll have to look that one up. You seriously want to meet a ghost? You got people you want to... Well, I used to think when I was younger I wanted to come back as a ghost so I could haunt people. But then, after all the stuff that I've been through, I've decided that once this body is no longer here, I don't want to come back and haunt nobody. I want to hopefully be in peace. But I feel you. There's there's a lot of people I'd like to haunt too. see your message, but that's probably because you didn't want me to see it. I do like that one though, disastrous. You went from Alberta to BC, hiding in the back of a potato truck. The driver bought me lunch halfway to let me know he knew I was in there. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hello, Real Outdoor Living. How are you doing today? Thank you. Yeah, we're in Kentucky again, but I don't know if y'all seen that, but there was a little box turtle that was walking across the road. He was right there at the dotted line. Hopefully he'll stop until it's clear and come on across the road. You're exhausted. Dana slept until 11. Yeah, he says he's not a morning person, so. Hello, Carolyn. Thanks for joining us. All right, but do you know about what time you're going to go live on Monday? That way I can try to look forward or look for it, because YouTube don't give me notifications when people go live. I have to go in there and look for them. So y'all, I may have told this story oh, okay. Is he there by himself right now? Because I didn't get on last night to see if he was live or anything. Or I don't think it was last night. I think it was the night before when I was talking to y'all. I have 162 more miles. Nine-ish Ontario time, so. All right, well, I'll just start looking for you about, I'll just start looking for you. Hopefully I'll be able to catch you. You have yourself a good day there, Jim. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. Oh yeah, we've not stopped since I was on here yesterday, and then he stopped for fuel, and I stopped to grab a bite to eat this morning, which was a burrito, and scale out the load. And other than that, when we dropped and hooked, we've just been rolling. I'm not sure how many miles we'll have in this week, but from Sunday till today, it's been quite a few. Okay, she works on the weekends, so generally leaves there on Thursday. She's doing a travel today and tomorrow. And Christopher's visited. Well, how is the weather up that way? Because as y'all can, well, y'all can't see because I'm looking through the screen right now, but it looks like it is really stormy up ahead, or going to be really stormy up ahead. And I know that he drove through some storms last night that was headed east when we were in Tennessee. Y'all see that nice pretty black cloud right there that goes way up in the sky? Those big white pretty clouds like that are the ones that cause the big bad storms. Again, I hope it stays that way, but it's 84 degrees here right now, so I know the heat is coming his way, or y'all's way. Yeah, I think it is. I've seen a lot of weather reports that say that there was some chances of tornadoes again. I love chasing storms, so if I can, if I'm not live and I come up on, I know I did not just do that. It was not my fault. But I know if I mountains do strange things to weather too. You can hear thunder rumble and then it's instant back to sun. Yeah. Yep, that's usually how it goes. I just know when we was in Arkansas this morning, it looked pretty bad there too, but then we got just like 10 miles down the road and it was sunshiny, so. This might be one of the longest live streams I've ever done. Except I think I might have done one more that was a little longer than this, but probably need to look to my left a little bit. It don't look too good over there, but we're fixing to go around that direction. It's been windy there today. Yeah, I know. The one over to my left that y'all can't see is yeah, it's been looking like it's gonna do something all morning in spots, but it looks like it's all coming together now. Y'all, I hate to do this, but we have been on here 3 hours and 21 minutes so far, and my phone is at 20%, and it's starting to rain. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end this one in about 3 more minutes, and that way I can charge the device up, and then I will probably start another one here in a little bit, because like I said, I've got 154 more miles to go, and it usually don't take long to charge the phone. It does it rapidly. Well, Disastrous, I'm glad that I get to talk to you. I miss you guys. Whenever I don't do live streams or I don't see you for a few days, I miss you. And I asked other content creators, hey, have you seen Disastrous on your live stream today or on any of the live streams you've been in? I asked the Nichols that the other day because I hadn't seen you for a few days, and I was fixing to have to call you and check on you. Back on here in a little bit. I just need to charge this up. If not, it's gonna die, or the battery's gonna go dead, and then I won't be able to do nothing on it. That, and I figured y'all didn't want to look at the windshield wipers going by since it is raining now. Like I said, I'm sorry, buddy. I'll keep you in my prayers, and but I'll definitely be back here in a little bit. Oh, if y'all ain't mashed that thumbs up button before you leave, go ahead and smash that for me. Also, if you're lurking and you like content like this and you're not subscribed already, please do so. It's free, and it only helps me out. And I thank all of y'all for joining today, and we'll be back in a little bit. Catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be blessed and go be a blessing.